teams go! We're back, everybody.
Back again.
Oh,
Episode
yeah.
2.
Another installment of the best podcast on the planet. We don't have a whole lot of time because Brian's laptop might die, so we're going to just get right into it. We're going to preview everyone's matchup, and we're going to start with Brian going up against Galladay and Kyle, who's actually playing Galladay this week, thank God. You don't trade a 7th-round pick for no reason.
He traded a 7th-round pick just to play me this 1 week.
Yeah. We'll see if it pans out for him. It's a bold strategy, but the projections have Brian winning by 10 points. That's pretty significant for the projections. But, Brian, how do you like your matchup?
I mean, there's a lot of things to worry about here, to be honest. A.J. Green against Cleveland, and T.Y. Hilton just burnt Cleveland.
Like 140-something yards?
Yeah, there's no reason why A.J. Green can't do something like that, especially when now Andy Dalton seems to remember he's on his team.
How much an offensive coordinator can make a difference.
Yeah. So, A.J. Green, I expect him to get a touchdown this week against me, and at least maybe like 80 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And like, who knows how many damn catches. Fournette's at the Jets.
The Jets looked pretty good against
you would have thought last week.
Jay.
You thought last week that would have been a good play.
Yeah.
But they kind of, it was a weird game. They just shut everyone down.
Yeah, I didn't really understand how they were able
Jaguars
to do
also
that.
did that, which is weird.
Yeah, but they were in London. That's their hometown.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they should just move to London, honestly.
Yeah, it'd probably be for the best.
They have more fans there.
They have way more. Yeah, because all of their other fans are either flip-flopping or they died from the hurricane. So, sorry, low blow. But anyways, and Jay Ajayi is also playing in London this week against New Orleans. Do you think that he can have a bounce-back week
I think he
in
should.
London?
I think he should. I mean, New Orleans is... I mean, they beat Carolina. I think Carolina was just like the worst 2-0 team, though, in the league.
Probably.
I don't think they're that great. Their defense isn't that bad. New Orleans.
Drew Brees
I mean,
lit them up,
New Orleans defense got lit up the first few weeks, but they kind of shut down Cam Newton, which isn't saying much right now.
Yeah.
The only player they had to worry about was McCaffrey. So.
And McCaffrey had a pretty good day, too, though.
I thought
That was the
McCaffrey,
one thing.
did you see when he got like that 66-yard like reception or whatever? Like, so he caught a pass and was like falling down, and the receiver thought he touched him, and McCaffrey like got up and sprinted towards the end zone, and the receiver's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And he eventually got tackled down on like the 10.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I was just astounded because I was going up against McCaffrey in my other league, and I was pissed off about
Yeah,
it.
I was going up against McCaffrey in another league as well, so that kind of sucked. But
Alshon,
yeah,
I think, would have a somewhat of a game. I mean, just especially Jason Verrett being gone.
Yeah, he's out for the season. Right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think
That's a big blow. They couldn't
That
really
sucks.
guard Tyreek last week.
Yeah, that sucks. But on the other end, Doug Baldwin, I think he could have another big game on Sunday night.
And Russell Wilson.
Yeah, and Russell Wilson. You got that duo right there, Brian.
That should be a big combo.
Sunday night against one of the worst, probably the worst defense in the league.
And then you got Hunt on Monday night.
And Hunt on Monday night against Washington.
he's been a revelation for me, dude.
He has been. He's
Dude,
been a revelation
pretty
for
much
the
carried
entire
you.
league.
For sure. I mean, I've loved having Hunt on my team so far, so
It's been nice.
I'm looking forward to the keeper status.
Yeah, yeah, that would be nice as well.
I think Jordy's going to kill it on Thursday night. I mean, I feel like Jordy always does somewhat good against divisional matchups.
Yeah, and
yeah, it's
and
probably
with,
good for at least a score.
and with it being home against the worst team in the division, I could definitely see him going off. So, but I mean, you also got Stephon Diggs, who killed it on your bench this past week.
Yeah.
Who, I mean, he is just he's a beast.
I'm going to probably say right now, Diggs is not going to leave my starting lineup.
I wouldn't let him
Like,
leave the lineup either.
I might even play him through his standby. Like, there's no reason for me to sit him anymore. I got worried about Case Keenum.
He was surprisingly good. Case Keenum was his
I know.
He was
Yeah.
really good.
No, he looked real solid against Tampa Bay.
They kind of
So,
destroyed Tampa. Like
yeah.
Minnesota's really good at home.
And that's the concern that I have about the Lions this
Yeah.
week. And me and Kyle, I know that you're watching, Kyle. We talked about it yesterday, and he was saying how he thinks the Lions are just going to go into the Viking Stadium and beat the shit out of them and just embarrass them.
I don't know.
I don't
about
think so. I think the Vikings are one of those sneaky good teams.
I think Bradford plays.
And you think Bradford plays? I think regardless, like if he plays or not, I think it'd be a good game.
Yeah.
Just because Dalvin Cook has been really good.
I think our offense is going to struggle.
Okay. I mean,
So I think if our defense keeps
with the way
in
that
it,
Xavier
it might be
Rhodes is
close.
playing and with the cornerback position,
In general, the whole defense
Who's he gonna
looks
cover,
real
Jones?
strong.
I don't know. I'd consider having him cover Golden Tate.
Yeah, it'd probably be the best. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if Rhodes shadows or not.
He typically stays to the outside, so if Tate goes to the slot, he's not going to shadow him inside.
Just put Kenny Galladay on the outside then.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
make him match up against some
Yeah.
other player.
yeah. But getting back to the fantasy matchup, Chiefs at home against Washington. I'm still not really sold on Kirk Cousins, even though he did have a good game. So I think the
That's
Chiefs.
Monday night.
Yeah, Chiefs are a good option. Chris Thompson for Kyle is going to be
Chris Thompson's a great option, I think.
as a flex.
For PPR.
For
Yeah.
PPR.
PPR flex, like, that has me worried. I don't know how they're going to do anything about that. And I have Crabtree in my flex right now, but he had a bad game against Norman.
You got
And
Ty on your
Every-
bench.
a lot of people have bad games against Norman, though.
it's hard for me to
Norman's so
yeah.
good.
It's hard for me to
Yeah.
justify starting Ty. They're going away. I'm on Sunday Night Football against the Seahawks.
Seahawks defense hasn't been as good as recent years.
But I don't know if
though.
Brissett will be good enough.
That's a good point. But I thought the same thing last week in one of my
Yeah.
other leagues, and Ty was on my bench.
It was at home, though.
It wasn't home.
Makes a big difference.
But I mean, yeah, definitely. So,
Um,
but who wins? Who
I
do you
would-
think wins?
I mean, I'm going to be biased here and say I'm going to win.
I'm going to go with Brian because of the Russell Wilson and Doug Baldwin matchup at home Sunday night against Indy. I think they'll probably throw it quite a bit and get something.
Yeah,
I like a lot of Kyle's players this week, just I like Brian's more.
yeah. I think Ajayi could put up some big points. I think AJ Green definitely will put up big points, but other than that, I don't really see a whole lot. But from yours, I mean, Russell Wilson could have a game. Kareem Hunt could have a really nice game. Jordy Nelson, like you said, he's probably going to kill it. So, yeah, I think I'll go with Brian. So, moving on here, we'll go to... These fucking names are confusing the shit out of me. Fuck you guys. You guys suck.
Stop naming your teams Von Lozon, damn it.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't even know what matchup this is. I think this is Heather. Oh, this is Heather against Luke. So, yeah, the one... Yeah, there you go.
The Von Lozon's against the Luke Pearson.
Heather named her. God damn it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Our league is just filled with fucking dumbass trolls. It's fine. But, hey, I said Tim Brody was the GOAT, and he performed like the GOAT this past weekend. So,
I don't see it stopping for him to
I
be
don't
quite
either.
honest. Like, it would not surprise me if he throws for 3+ touchdowns again.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't see how you're gonna stop him. Like, he has
At this point, you just let him score. a
even
touchdown.
with
That's
even
how
with
you stop him.
Edelman being gone, like that offense, like right there, like that game last week looked like it didn't even miss. a beat.
Brandon Cooks has filled in really nicely. I'll say that much.
When the Patriots lose week 1, they win the Super Bowl. So watch out, everyone else in the league.
Yep.
But they lose against the Chiefs in primetime football.
Whenever Tom Brady gets shown up on national television to start a year, he doesn't like it. He goes off the rest of the season. That's how
Yeah.
it is. It's going to be great all year.
They did have a scare against Houston, but I digress. I hope they...
That was mostly defense.
It was. Their defense
And
hasn't been
Clowney
that good.
playing kind of like a beast that
Yeah,
game.
that's true.
Clowney emerged like crazy.
So what do we think about this matchup here? Let's see. Other than Tim Brody, of course, he's going to ball up.
Lamar Miller, I'm not sure what's even going to be happening with him.
I don't
Let's
like
be real
Lamar
here.
Miller as a fantasy back at all, if I'm being honest. I had him last year, and it was frustrating. He doesn't
Yeah.
get in the end zone enough.
It's hard to play him, especially in that offense with Watson being the quarterback.
Yeah,
I expect people to load up on their own.
regardless of who's quarterback. I mean, last year, having him was frustrating. He doesn't usually score touchdowns. He gets the yards, but at the end of the day, that doesn't really add up to a whole lot because he doesn't get those catches either. So, I don't know. I'm not too high on Miller. Le'Veon Bell played pretty well, like you said last week.
Yeah,
So
it was okay.
It was better.
It was better.
It's progressively getting better.
I mean, I guess that's what you want to see with him. You draft him to put up, better numbers. than what
20
you-
points
yeah.
each week, essentially, is what you drafted him for. So
I think Hyde's going to have a good game. I'm not really concerned with Arizona's defense.
Hyde's been playing really well.
Hyde's
all
been playing
season.
really well.
Yeah, they do run the football well. But at Arizona at home, they do defend the run somewhat well. I mean, they held Elliott to 80, right? Like
Yeah.
that's
Is that what
pretty
it was?
that's pretty
80?
good for Elliott typically. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's not bad.
it was on a lot of carries. He was like 20-something carries for 80 yards. So, like,
So
he had one long 30-yard run, and that was pretty much
That was it?
after
Yeah.
that.
Okay. What do you think about Thielen going up against Detroit, though?
I think it's a good play.
I think so, too.
I think Thielen and Diggs all year are probably going to be pretty good plays.
Yeah.
Thielen and Diggs are both really good receivers, I think, regardless.
I'm not sure why Heather has Snead in her lineup. Is he coming back
Yeah,
this week?
he was only suspended the first 3 games,
Oh.
so he'll be back.
Oh, I thought that was a 4-gamer. Oh, that's Doug Martin. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, Willie. I don't know what to think.
It's hard to tell what they're going to
New
do with
Orleans
that
wide
offense.
receivers are so hit or miss.
That's gonna probably be for something that I'm gonna aim at next year. Like I might just avoid New Orleans wide receivers.
I've
Like
I've done that
The
last
only one
several
I would
years.
feel somewhat comfortable with would be Thomas, because he's the main guy there. But still, I don't think Thomas would be a number 1 for me.
Yeah.
He's a
No.
great number 2.
Yeah, he would be a number 2 for sure. But playing Snead, his first game being in London, I mean I feel like that would make.
And they
me
got
throw
other
off a little
weapons.
bit. They got Thomas. I mean, Mark Ingram's been playing all right. They got Kamara now in the running game.
Kamara is, I think,
They've
their
been-
best running back.
I think so
I think
too.
they
Honestly,
should start Kamara.
they've been splitting up offensive roles the entire season.
By the end of the year, when they're losing all their games and they're fighting for the tank,
Top
for the
3
top,
pick.
one of the top picks, I think Kamara will probably start to get more action. They'll phase out Ingram. They'll phase out Peterson.
Peterson may not even stay there the whole year.
no.
I mean, the way that things have been going, you never know.
Just retire.
I think
Seriously, just do it up, man. You
I
should.
think Luke has the better receivers in this matchup.
Yeah, probably. Sammy has been playing out of his mind. Alan Hearns, Jacksonville. It's still
I'm the opposite.
still weird.
I think that Heather has the better matchups at receivers. To be honest, I still like Devontae Adams a lot as a receiver when if Cobb doesn't play, and even if he does, he's going to be a guy
How
that
about
gets.
Geronimo Adams?
Hey, he played well, but I like Adams as a good receiver this week against Chicago.
Obviously, Luke has the advantage at tight end.
Yes.
Well, yeah, Gronk.
for sure.
Gronk is the best tight end. in
When
fantasy.
healthy, Gronk is the best tight end in fantasy.
And just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'd give the advantage there. Jared Cook, on how well has he played? What's his stats?
It's been all right.
See, 5 for 56, 4 for 25, 4 for 43 and a touchdown. So
He had a decent week last
not
week.
terrible.
For
so,
out of everyone, he had probably the best game out of any Oakland player last week.
yeah, that which was pretty surprising. I thought Oakland was going to lay it to them, but
Kind of got exposed.
they did get exposed. Like they played
Everyone was
shit.
really high on the whole offense, and then kind of just got exposed on Sunday
Yeah.
Night Football.
Mhm.
Cooper played like shit. I mean, Marshawn Lynch was trying his best to chug out bigger plays, but that just
Mhm.
didn't
Can't
happen. But let's see, flex here. Tevin Coleman. I mean, he's a good number 2.
He's a
running
good
back.
player, yeah.
Yeah, and going up against Buffalo, I feel like that could be a potential for some
I'm not
pretty good.
high on Chris Johnson, regardless of how many carries he gets, how many touches.
I'm not high on any Arizona.
None of
running
the
back.
Arizona running backs are worth playing, in my
No.
opinion.
I would play Cobb, honestly.
Is he? What's
As
his
long as
status
he
like
plays.
though?
I mean, he didn't play this past week,
Yeah.
right? So
I think he
Is there an
plays.
injury update at all? See, he participated in Tuesday's practice, so odds are he's probably going to play Thursday.
worst case scenario, you could put Jordan Matthews in.
He's also going to have to drop
Yeah.
Santos. Santos got played on the IR. So
Yeah, he's going to be out
fine.
for at least 8 weeks.
Damn, I'm
so
gonna have to get a new kicker in most of my leagues. It's the guy I was with.
Yep. So,
But surprisingly, I thought Luke was dumb for picking up the Detroit Lions defense, but they have been the number 1 fantasy defense
they've been killing it.
in the league this year. They're the number 1 fantasy
Yeah.
defense.
They've been playing really well.
Luckily, this past week,
They got 2 lucky interceptions.
2 lucky interceptions. The
The
one was a
Glover
great.
Quinn
The
pick
touchdown
six
was a
nice.
great read.
Yeah, but
The
those
other
Darius
two,
Slay
other
ones,
2 picks were easy.
yeah,
like
I mean
lucky.
they went right off the guy's hands.
In general, Atlanta didn't punt until a minute.
The
left.
last 2 drives they
until,
had.
until 2 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
They didn't
Yeah.
punt.
Yeah. So who do we think wins against Vaughn Lozons and Luke Petersons against Luke and Heather? Who do we think wins and why?
The only variable I can see for Heather's team is literally Tom Brady, because Tom Brady can average literally 40 fantasy points for the rest of the season here. And if
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell is going to put up 20, then what more do you really need your team to do?
Mm-hmm.
But I do think I like Luke's team better. In all honesty, Luke, since he had the bad week 1, has put up more and more points, and he like his average I think right now in our league is maybe around 120, even with the
Mhm.
first bad week. So I think Luke's going to take it. I think Trevor Simeon's going to have a better game than he did against Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Heather big. I don't think it's going to be close. I think she's going to blow them out.
Dang. I think Luke by a very small margin. I think it'll be close. So, like 2 points. It's going to be that close.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
Oh, wow. My phone's not loading, so whoever wants to pick the next
We
matchup.
can go to my matchup against
Okay.
another Von Lozans.
Yeah, but which
I think that's
this is-
Zach.
Yeah, this
This
is
is Zach.
Zach named
Yeah.
their Von Lozans
Alright,
also.
here we go. Now my
For some
phone
reason.
loaded.
You ever see the episode of
What battery life are we at?
We're good. We can still do this.
Okay.
You ever see the episode of Teen Titans when they all dress up as Robin or anything like that?
Wait, the old Teen Titans?
Yeah,
or
the old Teen Titans.
I mean, probably back
They
then.
all dressed up as Robin and tried acting like Robin. That's what it makes me think of.
Everyone's trying to be like me. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ryan against Zach.
Are you gonna change your team name?
No.
Are you gonna do
I'm
the
not,
Zach Robertson?
I'm not going to change my team name. I don't like the idea of it.
No? Okay. I don't blame you.
Too much confusion.
Fucking retarded. Demonetized. Ben Roethlisberger.
I'll put a
on
little
the road.
bleep in there. Beep.
Yeah, there you go. Ben Roethlisberger on the road. You gonna roll with that?
Yeah, I'm probably going to stick with them. I'm Cam Newton. Well, they might have to throw the ball, but
New
I
England hasn't played good defensively.
thought that this past week, too, they faced the Saints, and then he didn't do much against them either, and the Saints got blown out the first couple weeks. I'm not very high on Cam Newton at the moment.
Okay.
I'm hoping he'll turn it around, but I'm not too confident in them right now.
Yeah.
So I'll probably stick with Ben, because,
Yeah.
I mean, Jacksonville kind of tore it up on them passing the ball, too. So
Mhm. Yeah, that's true. I think Dalvin Cook for you is gonna put up some pretty nice points. The way that I saw Devontae Freeman run against the Lions last weekend, he was killing it. I mean, there's
Gerard Davis being out hurts a lot.
It does.
The run game.
it does. So,
So
I don't know if he's
If he's
gonna play
out
or
again,
not.
it'll be rough.
I think the injury report comes out tomorrow, so hopefully he's able to come back. But
Yeah.
That'd be something to monitor.
yeah, that'll definitely be something to look at. But
I don't think he was sick Cook anyways, to be honest. Here.
No, I mean those other linebackers played like absolute dog shit against the Falcons. Jalen Reeves-Maben had probably the worst game of any linebacker I've seen all season. I mean, it was so bad. Whitehead played all right. But let's see what else we got on the other side of the running backs. Ty Montgomery against Chicago. I mean,
Ty Montgomery, like for PPR wise, is just
you can't go wrong with
you
it.
can't go wrong with
Yeah.
it.
Uh-oh.
Battery's running low. Speed this up a little bit more here.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we
Oh,
got 14 minutes.
Oh,
we
boy.
can speed this up.
Okay, Ty Montgomery, he's going to play really well against
Hey, I think you're all
Yeah.
I like both of the matchups that he has at running back. I think both of his running backs are really
Mhm.
good. Honestly, the only matchups I don't like for Zach this week are the Lions. So,
Yeah, I
So
would agree
Stafford
with
and who?
and Tate.
Oh, and Tate. He's playing Tate. Okay.
that. I don't know about Antonio Gates, but that guy continues catching passes each week.
I don't know how he does it.
I think Hopkins will probably struggle this week against Tennessee. Tennessee's been pretty good against the pass.
Mhm.
Cooper might have a bounce back, but against a tough defense, I don't know about it.
I think Devontae Parker has a sneaky good game against the Saints, though.
Hopefully.
Like he had a garbage touchdown last week.
Yeah, that's
but,
saved this week.
But yeah, definitely. But I think that he can perform pretty well against New
I'm gonna
Orleans.
say Kelsey catches more than one.
He's gonna
Dude,
double his stat
I-
production
I-
from last week.
I think it was because of them being on the road or being against a divisional matchup, and the Chargers just wanted to eliminate him
Yeah.
and kind of force them to win another way, and they showed that they can.
Well, yeah. I mean,
So-
Hunt killed it. Tyreek had a good game.
At home against Washington, I think they'll have a pretty good bounce back game.
I could see that. And it's on Monday night, so that always helps. Monday night at home. See, flex play. Are you going to stick with Rodgers, or are you going to do something else, you think?
I honestly have no idea. I might roll with a Patriots receiver, just hoping I pick the right one.
Yeah.
I would go Hogan. I think Hogan.
You'd pick Hogan?
I think Hogan's gonna be catching some kind of bombs. the entire. It's hard. I just picture like how like the Patriots line up, and it's hard to think, like that Cooks or Hogan is not going to catch a bomb each week. Like.
Yeah, I don't really trust Amendola all that much. He gets injured too much, and I don't know. He's been inconsistent for most of his career.
Yeah.
So out of those two, I'd probably play Hogan.
I think Ted Ginn is a good flex choice, like for most teams, but on Zach's team, like you gotta be real here. Like
No, I wouldn't play Ted Ginn. Looking at the bench, why not put Murray in?
Yeah,
Like,
you
what the
gotta
hell
put
is your
Murray
problem?
If
You
he-
have these
if he-
running
well,
backs.
He was iffy on if he was going to play last week. That's probably why he left him out.
No, that's stupid.
Just saying, he was questionable. They have a good backup.
No, Zach, you should trade me one of your running backs. I need one. Stop holding out on me, damn
All
it.
right, predictions?
Predictions. I think, based on the matchups, I would say I'll give it to Zach.
I'm gonna go with. Depends if he's gonna put DeMarco in or not. But I don't think the Lions are gonna have that great of a showing against the Vikings. I hope that we can pull out a win.
Mm-hmm.
But because of that, and because I don't know how Stafford's gonna actually perform, I'm gonna have to go with Ryan.
As much as I would love to say I think I'm going to win this week, I don't think I'm going to. I think, other than the Lions matchups are really good for Zach, I think he will play Murray. I think those three running backs are going to kill it. I think it'll be close, but I think I'll lose a close one.
I think it'll be close too.
All right.
So next matchup, we got what, 3 down, 3 to go? Okay.
Record
Next
time
one on
here.
my list is Von Lozon's against me.
Von Lozon.
So
Who's this Von Lozon?
this is John.
John, okay.
Yeah.
John changed
Fuck
his
you,
name also.
John. Definitely demonetized now. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going back and forth still about if I want to play Derek Carr or if I want to play Kirk Cousins. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. They both don't have very favorable matchups.
Yeah.
So
I would go for Cousins.
that's what I
I
was
think-
thinking
I think
too.
so also. Carr at Denver, I don't think it's going to be that great.
Probably not.
In general, I think I like John's matchups better this week with McCoy. I think he'll have a pretty good game against Atlanta. They'll have to throw it a lot, get a lot of dump offs. Dez, I think, could have a pretty good game against LA. And Larry was great last week. I think he'll
Larry killed it.
continue that against San Fran.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have